Hi, this is my first gadget review or review of anything apart from a book. I hope I'm doing it right. Hope you can hear me. If not, I'll just have to take this thing off.
Oh, so what am I reviewing? It's from a company called Body Glove, who certainly they're very popular in Australia, make a lot of accessories for things like snorkeling. And this exactly what this is a snorkel and a mask. It is intended for swimming. It's not a COVID deterrent or protector. Maybe it works. I don't know. And it's a hard material, gives good visibility clearly, and the snorkel attaches. I'm not so sure it detaches very easily. There is a little switch you could probably prise and extract it from if you wanted to. And there's a little lug here for a GoPro or similar, and it does come with a little nut for you to attach that little screw, and a couple of bands for tightening around your head. And these are, you can tighten these independently on each side. I've got it very tight because I wasn't really sure if it was the right size for me, and I found when I swam in it today I had to tighten it. And then it has this soft face mask component, which is obviously sealed and which goes over your nose. You can see there's a nose compartment in here, and over your eyes, which is obviously clear. You'll also notice in here these little valves, and there are three of those, one in the base, there you go, and one on either side. And in fact, the idea is that your nose and mouth are both covered, and you can breathe in and out as you're swimming. Now, I tested it today and I found the ideal position for me was not quite fully face down, because I then found that the snorkel went underwater. So if you can imagine you're swimming like that, you could potentially get the water in. And I was only in a pool. I wouldn't like to try in anything that wasn't particularly calm if I was going out into the sea with it. So maybe it's ideal for rock pools and that kind of thing. Certainly wouldn't rely on it not to get full of water when you're out swimming in the ocean. Just fix my hair. There you go. Having said that, there is a ball in it, which you can probably hear rattling about. And what happens is, and I tested this, when you go underwater and when the water goes in the top of the snorkel through this opening here, which is where the air goes in, if the water goes in there, it seals it. And what I found happen is it really sucks hard against your face, and so you can't breathe in. And if you do buy one of these and you're testing it, don't panic. First time it happened to me, I panicked, wasn't sure what had happened. All you have to do is blow out forcefully like you would with a normal snorkel. So you always need to try and make sure you've got a little bit of air in your lungs to do that. And that, of course, will expel any water, and then you can continue swimming with your head down. You don't have to lift your head up, and keep on breathing. So for me, it was this sort of position was best. If you imagine the water's here or here. So, and it does give really good visibility in the water. And also because you don't have to move your neck. For me, that's the main reason I bought it, because I do have problems with my neck, so I don't have to, turn to breathe and do front crawl. So you can swim front crawl with it fine. If you did try to swim normally by turning your head to the side again, you would get water in it, and so you'd have to do the force exhale to get rid of the water. So overall, it was great. I felt a bit of a nerd going into the swimming pool with it, everybody looking at me, but quickly got over that. And to be honest, once you're swimming, you become more fixed on the swimming and being able to see clearly, and the mask itself. Now, I'm a little bit out of unfit, if you like. I used to be a keen swimmer. And what I found for me, especially for the first few lengths, I had to stop at each end in a 25-meter pool. Stop, stand up, take the mask off, breathe normally, because what you find is that you do get a little bit of accumulation of carbon dioxide, which means you wouldn't want to keep it on for a whole swimming session or under stress, because you'll find it difficult to breathe. So maybe it was nerves and anxiety, but I found I was releasing it every length, the end of each length. And then after a while I settled into it, and I was able to do a couple of lengths just turning against the wall. Obviously you don't want to do tumble turns, because you'll get water in it. But I found I could turn side on against the wall and keep on swimming my lengths. I was able to do 4 lengths at a time in the end without taking the mask off. It didn't fog up. It fogs up a little bit, like now if I put it on it will fog up because of the temperature difference. But in the pool, a normal swimming pool temperature, it didn't fog up. And I didn't have to spit in it or clean it or anything like that. I did occasionally have to stop and lift it from my face and release the water. So there is actually a little soft part here. So if you tilt it like this, and you can release the water and then put it back on. What I also found is, and the instructions didn't tell you this, is you need to wear this under your chin, because I found if I wore it here, it would ride up and fill with water. I had to stop then and readjust it. And I found out very quickly that you need to wear this under the chin, a bit like this. Actually put it back on again and show you. And putting it on is a bit of a struggle when it's tight like this, but so this bit, I hope you can see that. This bit, it's like a ridge where the seam is under my chin, not over my chin. So if it's like this on my chin, it would rise up and it would fill with water. So it does need to be under here. So that's how to wear the damn thing. It is comfortable. It's a bit unnerving when you get water in the top and it sucks to your face. It really is like a limpet, and so you'll know definitely that you got water in it. And I found a couple of times I had a little bit of water, seepage leaking in. Now the pool, and like all good swimming goggles and face masks, you don't want your hair to get in because that breaks the seal and the water goes down into the swimming goggles, or in the mask in this case. And in the pool where I swim, actually, you need to wear a swimming cap, a bathing cap. And so you also have to make sure that that's pulled up high above the rim. You don't want that to be, any wrinkles in the bathing cap to be allowing the water to get into the mask. And I think that's what I suffered from a couple of times, where the bathing cap would slip down too far, something like that. What else can I tell you? It's on special at the moment at Anaconda, which in Australia is a chain of, they do camping equipment and outdoor equipment and clothing and all kinds of things, tents and kayaks and you name it, and four-wheel drive accessories and all sorts of things. So it's on special at 40 Australian dollars, which I think is about 28 maybe US dollars. And it comes in this rather elaborate packaging with this thing. The sizing is interesting. Now, I said I picked a large one. On the sizing here, it says there's 2 sizes, small, medium, or medium large. In actual fact, on the instructions, it actually says large, extra large. And also on the pricing at Anaconda, at least, it did say that the $40 price tag was for the small, medium, but actually that they scanned this through and the medium large came up as $40 as well. So a little bit of blurb on that about the mask itself. And also within the packaging, and I recommend you open this carefully on a table, not on the sofa like I did, because then you're rummaging down the side of the sofa, down between the cushions, to find the little bits that come with it. And so you do need to assemble the snorkel, as I mentioned at the beginning, so that pushes on really tight. Make sure that this bit is facing down effectively, and remember there's a little lug and a little clip here, and that clips in. It does say on the instructions to use force. You won't break it. You will if you kind of bend it that way, but if you're pushing it on properly like this, you shouldn't break it. I say I don't know if you can take that off again, but shouldn't need to. Now also what came with it are a little bag, which I'm keeping these bits in, and I can't open them. No, I'll rip the bag if I try to open that. What's in this is the little nut and screw, which is for the GoPro. So I suppose if you're snorkeling and crab pools and rock pools, you might want to use a GoPro. For the swimming pool, probably a bit too much. I don't think people would like that too much. There's also a spare little valve, so this clear valve here. So don't lose that. I said there's 3 on the mask. You only get 1 spare one, unfortunately. And also this little band. You can just see that little stretchy band. And that's the seal where the snorkel joins onto the mask. There is one on the mask, so you do get a spare one. And again, you probably want to keep that safe. And yeah, that's it. The body glove. What do they call it? Breathe-free mask. Oh, and the instructions. So it does come with an instruction leaflet, which is actually quite good. It's complete, it's correct, it's consistent. Doesn't give you all the information you might want, but it gives you a little information about the materials and how to assemble it. Assembly is very easy. You push the snorkel in because the rest of it's already assembled. The valves are in place when you get it, for example. The nut and screw you don't need unless you're putting a GoPro on. And there again, it talks about the different sizes. So I went for the large, extra large. It tells you how to size that as well, depending on, I think it's this is more than 4 or 4.5 inches, then you need the large size. But read the instructions carefully. Yeah. It does give you warnings about if you're swimming in the sea to make sure you rinse all the salt water off so it doesn't corrode anything. And it gives you like the normal cautions, like you could drown while you're swimming, and always stay within your comfort zone and stay close to your boat or your immersion point, your landing point, if you like, if you're out, and don't push yourself and so on. All the disclaimers that you would expect from a well thought through product design. Yeah, so there's a user manual. Don't need that now, but I do want to keep hold of these. Yeah, $40. I think it's worth it. I think it was half price. I think it's normally $80 Australian. So I've been looking at them for a while. Saw them today. Thought it was half price. And I'd say for me, it's really about my neck, so I can swim without having to keep turning my neck, which is going to cause a bit more erosion and damage to my joints where I've got a little bit of arthritis. Would it be good for competition swimming? I don't know if it would be allowed, but actually, technically, of course, when you're swimming, every time you turn, you're adjusting your body position and you're having to compensate, and you're losing some of that streamlined body position when you're swimming. Would wearing this during an event actually make you faster? I don't know, but keeping in mind that you do get a little bit of the carbon dioxide buildup, it might actually slow you down, might actually cause you not to be able to push yourself to your maximum capacity. So I certainly wouldn't wear it in a competition without having first tried it several times. And of course, make sure the legalities are there if you're a competition swimmer. Okay, have fun, enjoy swimming, swim safely, and stay safe.